Hey, I'm Nice, and welcome back to Good Wolf Project. If this is your first trip, let's make it official. Go ahead and put your paw on that subscribe button and select all notifications so you don't miss any Wolfpack programming. In the last GWP video, I was mindful to avoid adding my personal views, experiences, and insights as we explored the basics of bullying behavior. Today, the gloves are coming off. No more Mr. Nice Nice. But before you get that howl and title screen, I have a question. In the comments below, let me know when you first observed or experienced bullying in your life and what your reaction was. Alright, here puppy! Oh, first off, I'm mindful not to use the terms bully or victim. In short, I feel those terms don't tell the whole story. Bully has become a catch-all term to describe anyone who engages in harassing, aggressive, or instigating behavior. And considering I'm not totally sold on the criteria for bullying behavior, I refer to these people as instigators. As far as victims, well, GWP was established to help reduce and even eliminate the victim mentality by teaching and, going back to Bandura's social learning theory, modeling ways to take control of our lives and build up the strength and confidence so we are never victims again. I refer to those people who experience what we call bullying behavior as targets. I must admit, I've grown tired of reading most of the research papers about bullying and ways we can intervene and assist targets of aggressive behavior. In fact, truth be told, I have a hard time getting through most of the research and content that's currently out there. Unfortunately, it's all a lot of regurgitated information dressed up with fancy words and clever marketing. Schools and organizations seem to lap it up for the purpose of saying they're doing something about this bullying epidemic. And they're satisfied with seeing a small drop in the reports of bullying behavior over the course of the next quarter or the remainder of the school year. I am not buying it. Although the government websites, public speakers, and nonprofit organizations do a lot of good, the stats show that there hasn't been a significant drop in bullying behavior since 2011. I use that date, that specific year, because that's when StopBullying.gov, the government's anti-bullying website, which provides a lot of statistics and resources about bullying behavior, was initiated. Truthfully, nothing's really worked since Obeus introduced the term bullying in 1978. It seems everyone has been kind of standing around trying to figure out just what a bully is, how bullying behavior can be identified, and who's in charge. Well, one good thing that has come out of Dr. Obeus' writing over the last 3 decades is that he clarified one important detail that he didn't make crystal clear in 1978. It turns out that one caveat regarding one of the major criteria for bullying behavior is, in my opinion, the cornerstone to eliminating bullying behavior. How we have missed this, I have no clue. Here it is. If a person is willing and able to defend himself or herself, the behavior engaged in by the would-be bully cannot be quantified as bullying. Let me reword that to emphasize the clarity. If we prepare ourselves, if we learn the skills and mindset to be ready, willing, and able to defend ourselves against bullying behavior, then that behavior is not considered bullying. Yeah, I don't understand how bullying behavior can be changed based on how the target of the behavior reacts, but let's chalk that up to the vague, ambiguous, shape-shifting nature of this inexact science. Okay, I don't want to make this a college level course, but it's important to understand that Obeus uses the terms inability and unwillingness to defend himself numerous times in his writings. In Bullying at School from 1993, he writes, quote, "It must be stressed that the term bullying is not or should not be used when two students of approximately the same strength, physical or psychological, are fighting or quarreling. In order to use the term bullying, there should be an imbalance in strength, an asymmetric power relationship. The student who is exposed to the negative actions has difficulty defending himself and is somewhat helpless against the student or students who harass." Perhaps an even clearer example, in Aggression in the Schools, Bullies and Whipping Boys, Obeus wrote, quote, It is obvious that a boy with a pattern of characteristics or tendencies, such as those found in actual passive whipping boys, must be regarded as a potential whipping boy. A certain anxiousness and passivity, fear of being aggressive, and inability to assert himself with peers seems to be essential elements in this pattern, often in combination with relative physical weakness. Now, while teaching people to have the awareness, discipline, maturity, strength, coordination, and skills needed to defend themselves eliminate need people from existing? Hell no. Will teaching people these skills eliminate other people from experiencing trauma and attempting to displace that trauma on others? Hell no. This does not get to the root or cause of the behavior in that person. What this does is create a more aware, more confident, and capable target. It's a well-known fact, I'll provide plenty of documentation if you really want it, that instigators typically try to take out their trauma on weaker individuals. The instigator knows that if they pick someone who is ready, willing, and able to defend themselves, the instigator will be put in their place in quick order. So, how do we go about teaching people the awareness, discipline, maturity, strength, coordination, and skills needed to defend themselves? Well, welcome to Good Wolf Project. This is exactly the purpose and intent of this platform and organization. My goal with GWP is to put as much high-quality, valuable information in front of you as possible while connecting you with the resources and service providers that you can use to reach your goals and help others reach theirs. Wait, hold on. That is an unfair tease and it doesn't give you any meaningful information for where we're going or how we're going to get there. I've been leading you on for far too long and I've failed to commit because I've been scared of the judgment and backlash. Not anymore. I think it's essential for you to know how to defend yourself if and when the time comes. This is already a long video, but I want to share this. When I was 9, my parents gave me the option of either taking martial arts lessons or taking lessons for any instrument of my choosing. Needless to say, I've been drumming for 27 years now, and it's led to a lot of cool experiences and relationships in my life. However, I'm curious to know just how much of a difference having the strength, discipline, patience, and skills learned through practicing the martial arts would have helped me when I experienced bullying behavior in middle school and high school. I'm reaching out to local martial arts schools and gyms in southeastern Massachusetts to get my own butt back into shape and to establish programs for kids and adults to give the martial arts and working out a solid try in order to boost your strength and confidence. I can't wait for this pandemic to be over with so I can share some concrete details with you. Okay, back to Mr. Polo Shirt. I have ideas for assistant instigators and those who have experienced trauma to address, explore, understand, and neutralize those experiences, but that's a really deep dive into the psychology and social work theories, which may come later on. I think it's important for people to understand where instigators are coming from, so that if we're strong enough to defend ourselves, we can become even stronger to meet them where they are and assist them to seek the help and services that they need. Empathy is an awesome thing, but we have to focus on protecting ourselves from outside negativity before we assist others on that same journey. That's all for today. If you made it this far, please be sure to like, subscribe, comment, and share. Be well, do good, and make it an awesome day.